Right. So, right. This is... Okay, dragon. One moment, please. I'm not gonna bother with that thing. So this is the Song of Time video. The Song of Time is such a unique, important song in the Ocarina of Time portion of Relics of Hyrule that it deserves its own video. So, I'm gonna tell you where to find the Song of Time and what you do with it. If you want to know about where to find all the other Ocarina songs and what they do, then you watch those videos. The Song of Time, you can find the Song of Time in random loot on Falmare and in Dwarven Ruins especially. But it's random. It's one of 21 songs that you could find. No, one of 19 songs that you can find. The guaranteed place is Foral Host Refectory. So I will enter Foral... Oh, good morning! I'm gonna enter Foral Host after I kill this thing. I knew it was a mistake bringing him along. He stepped on this pressure plate and got killed by one hit from the battering ram. And where the hell is Serana? Well, screw you, buddy. Okay, so you go on through Foral Host to Foral Host Refectory. Uh-oh. Hello. And you will end up in this room, I think. Is this the right room? Yeah, it's normally on that long table up there, but things might blow it around. You might have to look around for it. In my case, it fell down here, but it sort of stands out because it's a note page. Also, there's an well, sort of an Easter egg over here, and while you're here in this room, look over by these burial urns, and there's a... Oh, where'd it go? Redead mask! I've hidden some Redead masks in various Nord ruins, so be on the lookout for those. Anyway, oh, that... Anyway, if you have the Song of Time, the songbook page, yeah. All stats are restored by 100 and generation rates increased by 60% for 15 seconds, but something else echoes from long ago. I'm just gonna learn it. And now that I know the Song of Time, I am going to do something else with it. This is unrelated to the Song of Time. This is a TARDIS mod by the Shattered Steel. Anyway. Oh, I should do that. If you know the Song of Time, and you have a roll of paper, you can go to the Ancient Enchanter in the Midden or Palestone Camp and learn the the inverted Song of Time and the Song of Double Time. And that is the way you obtain those. So I'm gonna learn those because, you know... Right. So now, here's the kicker. If you know the Song of Time, you can learn those two songs. But if you have the Ocarina of Time and you know the Song of Time, you might as well play it while you're at the Ancient Enchanter. Because you will then be able to craft the Ancient Gate Key. This was previously called the Kino Langdonzell Gate Key, but I changed it because it actually has more uses than now. And this... Oh. I really need to add checks so you can't make more than one. This is super important. You will find out why. Well, actually, it's not super important, but you'll see. Actually, no, it is super important. I am going to show you why. Okay, so if you've gone through this is Kino Langdonzell Shrine specifically. Once you get all the way through Kino Langdonzell, you'll come across the Ocarina of Time here. And there's this giant gate that you can't open. And there's a door behind it. Well, the Ancient Gate Key opens that gate. And then you can enter the door. But don't enter the door quite yet, because, watch this. So there's a door here, right? But the room keeps going. The door doesn't. So the door... It's hard to tell, but the door is pretty much flush against this metal grate. So... This door is the reason for the Song of Time. And in fact... Stupid microphone keeps sliding. For a while, I didn't know what to do with the Song of Time, because I was like, But when I made Kino Langdonzell, I was like, actually, I'll make a special door to, you know, you open it and it goes to a place, which I'll show you. And originally, I was trying different things, and I decided to follow the keep it simple, silly approach, and which I do with Relics of Hyrule a lot. I try to keep things simple. Path of Least Resistance. The enchanted rings are a product of the path of least resistance, and they always come up with really cool, you know, following that path comes up with really cool stuff. So if I had done it the way I was originally going to do it, which was Song of Time summons the key, and then you open this, and this leads directly to the place that I was going to have it go, then it wasn't as fun as what it actually does. I think I may have given it away by coming up to the door. It goes to a place called the Link Between Worlds. And that name is super intentional. You'll find out. This is the Link Between Worlds. It's very Azura. It uses the Azura Star components, mainly because I wanted it to be weird. I wanted it to be, you know, like this weird ethereal thing. And if you've seen the Kino Langdonzell video, I point out a little piece in Kino Langdonzell Depths, which is blue, and it's actually one of these crystals. And I do that in all the dungeons. I leak in a little bit of this place, because it's this sort of realm. It's a link between worlds. And this is the door that leads back to Kino Langdonzell Shrine. This is also in the Kino Langdonzell trailer. You can see my character, this very character, walking down the path for a few seconds. Upside down waterfalls. We've got all the Azura Star components you could ever want. And I chose Azura Star because, like I said, it's ethereal and weird, and there's only one time that it's used in Skyrim, and I wanted to use it again. It's garish lighting, because it's, you know, it's supposed to be like some sort of like light realm. And there's a lot of things in this place. As of 4.4, there are new places that you can see. There's this one, which I just added, and I'm actually testing it out in this video. This is the first time I've been here. Well, second time. This needs to get fixed because it's supposed to be up, like those are. I'll have to put a switch. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Right, that's backwards. This goes to Morwilljal. I'm not gonna go there yet. That should be locked. Why is that? That's supposed to be locked. That goes to Morwilljal. Yeah, that's backwards. It's supposed to be like that, and then it comes down when after you finish Morwilljal. So that's that. And then this one, which is the way it's supposed to be, this one will go to the third dungeon, which isn't finished yet. And just looking at those, you can see what theme the third dungeon will be. But there's a little bit more to it. There's a fourth place that you can't see yet. I haven't added it. It's going to branch off of this thing like these two did. And it's going to go to... It's not really a fourth dungeon, it's a fourth place. And once you go through Morwilljal and you see how the 4 bosses are, it gives you a little bit of a hint of what this fourth place will be. So that's that. That's going to go to Itnumzand, and I'm not going to show you that yet. You can sort of see it. Look very carefully above my crosshairs there and see what's under, right next to the, just right above the crosshair. This moving crystal is like, barely touching it. That's a sort of, that's a door, that's another door, and that shows you sort of how Itnumzand will bring you into the Link Between Worlds. I'll get to this. This is sort of one of the main focuses of the Link Between Worlds. The original main focus. There's a second big important thing in Link Between Worlds. You notice this crystal goes up and leads right back here, and there's water at the bottom. So what you do is you actually jump off the thing, and you can get down here. Jump into the lake, and there's this crystal here, and this is how you get back up. I was very careful to put this in. And you've also noticed... Oh, no. I didn't have any followers with me, but your followers can't follow you into the Link Between Worlds. Anyway, this leads you to... this. Zelda's Bow. And this is sort of the second... There's sort of 3 focuses in Link Between Worlds. This is one of the reasons to go to the Link Between Worlds, because it's Zelda's Bow, and you'll notice I have Ariel's Bow, which is improved to a ridiculous amount. I have the Master Sword, which I need to improve, and a Snow Elf Bow, which is essentially a Daedric Bow. Zelda's Bow is by default a really high level thing. It's obviously based on the Ebony Bow, but with a fancy pants texture. I wish I could demonstrate what it does. Oh, hello. Crap. I'm flying. The Zelda's Bow is... Oh, gold arrow. Zelda's Bow, if you remember, what did Zelda's Bow do in Twilight Princess? It shot light arrows. Now you can't really... I made the light arrows already, so it's kind of pointless to, like, have some weird script that makes Zelda's Bow shoot light arrows all the time. That would be overpowered and silly. So what I did was... Zelda's Bow is a ranged Master Sword. So, the Sacred Bow is a ranged Master Sword. Zelda's Bow is a ranged True Master Sword. It uses the same exact enchantment. Yeah, disintegrate. Yeah, true Master Sword. So it'll disintegrate enemies. It does Meridia's Retribution when it feels like it. It's essentially a... And you can see how fast... There we go, Meridia's Retribution. And it's really fast, too. It's a really good weapon. It's not just a good bow, it's a really good weapon. Okay, so that's Zelda's bow. I'm sure I'm gonna get comments telling me how ugly it is. But if you have a better mesh, please supply it. And I will use it. Right. The other place that the Link Between Worlds leads to is the Freezing Caves. And I got some complaints about the Freezing Caves, saying that there wasn't much to them. I'm going to prove that wrong, because the Freezing Caves are pretty damn cool. Quite literally. They're not really a dungeon, there's no enemies. It's just... Does this look familiar? This was in the trailer too. It's just ice, and it's just sort of exploration, and it's meant to establish lore for the mod. And I'm using the glacier sounds to it. It's just a bit of atmosphere. And I think it's really awesome. I'm really proud of the Freezing Caves. And I'm sort of glad that it's an anti-climax. Like, you make the Song of Time, you make that, you get through Kino Langdon Zelda, you get the Ocarina of Time, you make the, you learn the Song of Time, you craft that key, you get through the Link Between Worlds, find Zelda's bow, and you come here and there's nothing. There's not really nothing. There's journals, for one. And there's all these buildings. And you also notice that everything is caved in. It's just little houses here and there. There's an ebony dagger, for one, which is pretty good. There's ruined books, which are valuable. There's also Hylian Woodfall armor. And this will be a running theme. So there's the Hylian Woodfall armor. You can find it in the House of the Dead. You can also find, in the House of the Dead, some coffins and Skin of Re-Dead. And a burial mask. Because it's the House of the Dead. And then this sort of sets up where the burial masks came from. The guy who did all the coffins carved burial masks. Yep. And that symbol on the burial masks, that is the Shadow Temple symbol. Sort of implying that that's the symbol for death, or part of the ritual for, you know, it's cool. I like it. So that's that. There's also an alchemy lab, always good. I wouldn't say death, passing on, the afterlife, something like that. Then there's this big place. Big old place. There's lots of places to go here. You can find over here, there's some bedrolls, and a very valuable thing in the corner there. Can you actually get in there? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you can get in there. Yeti glass armor, which is very good armor, makes you immune to frost. So there's the Yeti glass armor, free sample, right next to these bedrolls. Takes a little doing. You have to go into the scaffold from the low end. And I like that the Freezing Caves are kind of... that place is kind of hard to traverse, because in real life, it wouldn't just be like, oh, here's this big open space. You would have to sort of sidle by like that. That's the Yeti glass armor. Over here is the Goron glass armor. So, under this ramp, big ramp, Goron glass armor. Free sample. Don't have to craft it. And this is another instance of kind of funky terrain, but intentionally funky, because, you know, in real life it's not going to be cut and dry and perfect. Not that I'm trying to emulate real life, but I don't... my design in this wasn't to make it, like, easy, to make it just simple and quick. What am I even talking about? These are sleepable bedrolls, so you can sleep. General store, that's where we're going. Caved in, of course. There's a iron dagger and emeralds and rubies. This will be a theme. You'll notice there are no coins in the Freezing Caves. It's just emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. Keep thinking about that. Free Hylian shield. There's an iron war axe, which, if I remember correctly, is actually a normal iron war axe. But there's also this iron battle axe, which is actually stronger than a normal iron battle axe. And it's caved in. Because it is. Because, you know, that. I originally made this outside, and it was going to be this new world, but it was way too complicated, and I just said, no, screw it, and I just made the insides. Because it's just pointless. Like, what would be the point if it was out... I mean, yeah, it would be cool to see the place outside, but you can get outside in normal Skyrim. Oh, yes, this one's locked. I'll unlock that by bashing the ladder. Silly. This is, it's locked for a reason, because that's sort of telling you that it's really, well, sort of good. The Hylian blue ring armor is in here, and that's helpful because it sort of gives you damage resistance. And there's a journal, soldier's journal, and it pretty much tells you where you are. So this is sort of my take on it. This is Kakariko Village. The Freezing Caves is Kakariko Village. And this is lore, just oozing lore of what happened to Hyrule. And he's saying that the idea is Hyrule is dying, the hero didn't come, and Hyrule was getting cold. The reason Hyrule was getting colder and freezing because it was dying, and yeah. So this is one of the more open areas. Oh, well, you can't really sit on it. I think NPCs could sit on that, but there aren't any NPCs that sit. I'm gonna look at that again, the soldier's journal. Soldier's journal. Yeah, next to the volcano. Yeah, I write journals in a stream of consciousness stream of consciousness way. I write how somebody writing a journal would write it. Well, that was different. The exit just points straight down. Okay, so that's the big open cave. Oh wait, no, I didn't go up here yet. Right, ooh, here's one. Oh yeah, child's journal. It mentions Lon Lon Ranch. Just lore. Pretty cool lore. Ashes. I don't think there's anything in this room other than that journal. Oh, Mage's Glass Armor. It improves your magic skills. So that's why this is important. I am really proud of how the Freezing Caves turned out. They were a lot of fun to make, putting all these icicles here. I seem to remember around here somewhere is another little Easter egg. I forget where I put it. Oh, here's one. Lanayru Glass Armor. Immunity to shock right there. So you see, the Freezing Caves is very valuable. It's filled with free samples of every single armor except the tunics, the light tunics. Also, Gossip Stone. I put a Gossip Stone in every dungeon. Oh, yep, caved in. That's pretty cool. There's a trap door over there that doesn't go anywhere. It's completely caved in. God, I love that I made this a glacier sound effects. That's just so cool. Ooh, I think this one's the, like... Yeah, the mayor's house. This is the... sort of the cream of the crop in terms of lore. I think. I'm not sure. It has 2 levels at any rate. Also, torches. I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah, 2 levels and everything. It's sort of hard to... Oh well, I fixed it. This was... Originally it was really hard to get up. But I fixed it. Safe. And in the safe is a flawless diamond and some coins. Now, there's nothing in the strongbox. And the key. There's a key. Where do I put the key? Also, this is the Blade of Kakariko. It's an iron sword that is very strong. It sort of looks like it came off of its display case and hurt somebody really bad. Right under the bed is the key, which you can take over to the wardrobe, which has the Hylian Ikana armor in it, which is holy crap, because it makes you immune to magic, which is super important. Well, super strong. Torn note. My love, I fear that our time together is coming to an end. The village has a fan full of inhabitants, and the cavern, filled with the dead and dying from all over the kingdom. We have to burn furniture. I put what little left we have in this box for you to have. Thousands of coins from the kingdom Myco Persica. And there's nothing in the box. It's all in is safe, then there's not really that much gold anyway. And this is a sleevable blade. But yeah, the Blade of Kakariko is a pretty strong sword. I might change this note. I'm not sure though. I probably will end up keeping it alone because it's not really changing anything, and it sort of adds a little nod to something else. Right, so not quite done with the Freezing Caves yet. There's still... Ooh, is there anything in here? No. Nothing there either. There's one other place I haven't been yet. Did I go up this way? Yeah, I did. I'm sort of saving this part for last. I'm saving that for last. This way, here's the well. Gotta have a well in Kakariko Village. I originally had something in here, but I moved it. No, I didn't. Woodfall glass armor. And you can see it's frozen over. The well got frozen today. And here's another place. It looks like you can't access it, but you can. Smithy. And in the smithy, there's another journal, as well as some Hylian soldier's armor. And this one is a really big journal. Well, it's not big, but it's important, sort of. And I'm really proud of this journal, because it really establishes some lore. I don't like reading to people, because it sort of ruins it. Yeah, that actually it is the biggest journal because it's the longest. But it's really, I really like how that turned out. You know something's good when you like it, because you know I'm my own worst critic, but when I'm really proud of something, I am proud of it. So this is the last place I'm going to show you. Is there anything over here? Yes, this is the Goron armor. Sample of everything you would ever want. This is more lore. You can see all these bedrolls. This is where everyone was sleeping. And under the bed is the blue ring glass armor. There's nothing in the wardrobe, there's nothing in the end table, except for a book, for some reason. For some reason it says the bed is owned, which isn't true. Might be something I have to fix. Yeah, the emeralds and rubies. You know what I should have been doing this whole time? I should have been having it. No, whatever. I always make mistakes. Emeralds and rubies. Very little gold. The gold came from a different place. These are rupees. Right. Oh yeah, I need to turn off my... I think the reason I didn't have the torch on was because it gives you... I mean, I do like the torch because it's sort of like, ooh, creepy. But I'm going to turn it off, or extinguish it for now. Just so you can get the full effect of this. There's some light streaming in. Caved in, of course. Loads of icicles. There's some gold behind the thing. Coin purse. There's a steel dagger. Nothing really in the chest. Another journal. Mentioned Dompe. And over here is... I forget what this is. I think it's the... What is this? Oh yeah, the Hylian Lanayru armor. The heavy Lanayru armor. Pot. I like putting loot in weird containers like that. Like the wardrobe that had the Kana armor, because it's like, it sort of encourages you to look around. These candles are still burning, but they're not really producing any light. This place is completely empty. Why does it keep... Emerald's empty bookcase. So that's that. That's the Freezing Caves. It's an anticlimax. It's intentionally an anticlimax. It's just there to establish lore for Relics of Hyrule. What happened to Hyrule? And this is my take. This is the closest thing I'm gonna get to recreating a location from Zelda. This is Kakariko Village, but it's Kakariko Village right after, not really right after, but after Hyrule died. Itnum Zand is going to establish more lore for what happened to Hyrule according to Relics of Hyrule. And here's the, the Link Between Worlds leaking in, as you can see. You can get back. So that is the Song of Time. That is what the Song of Time does. It grants you access to the Link Between Worlds and the Freezing Caves, which give you two awesome weapons, that Iron Battle Axe and the Kakariko Blade of Kakariko. The Link Between Worlds has Zelda's bow in it, and it is a hub between all the different dungeons. Why is my brain not working right now? Probably because it's midnight. So, thank you for watching. This was probably really long, like all of my videos. But, that's Relics of Hyrule. Part of it, anyway. Yeah.